Hey everybody, Daryl Davey from Oaken Hollow Games. Just doing a random video, kind of a lazy Sunday here. I've been taking some time today to draw some of the artwork for Skirmish, something that I keep forgetting I have to do as we move closer to hopefully a summer launch date. Just kind of wanted to come on, catch up, say hi to everybody out there, show you what I'm working on. Thought it might be kind of fun. I don't think it's going to be a very long video. Just poking around as we go. I am currently just finishing up on the Jouster. I have had the Thief, the Wizard, the Duelist, and the Bard already. The Wizard, if I didn't mention that one. Currently working on the Jouster. I don't love where his eye got placed. It looked good originally, and now that I'm looking at it once it's inked in, I think once I get it up on the editing software, I'm going to move that down a little bit. But what I like to do during these anyways is kind of tell you some of the ins and outs of how we do things around here, Oaken Hollow Games. And I, at this point, have been doing all the art for All Hallows Eve and now Skirmish myself. I've tried hiring out, and either they haven't gotten back to me, kind of ghosted me, or they were asking for what they were worth, which is above my pay grade, which is totally understandable. I go and I ask, like, what a commission would look like and this and that, and most of the folks who are really good at this cost exactly what they should, and they should be getting that amount of money. So I don't want to undermine them by, trying to bid them down at all. But I don't mind. I have become a little bit more used to sharing some of my art and just more comfortable. Lots of folks have told me I have a bit of a certain style, and as a company it's kind of nice to have a broad, like, oh, I can tell that this is a Oaken Hollow game. So certainly not something I mind doing. Maybe if things get a little bit better financially down the road, it would be something that I would look into hiring out, or for other projects that aren't maybe as in my capabilities. And I mean, truly, for a lot of, at least the trick-or-treaters and now the fighters for Skirmish, they're blob people. They're easy, they're fun. Sometimes it's how do you get something so globular to have expressions and have, a little more oomph to it. But it's fun. I like it, and it's not too challenging. I can whip one of these out fairly fast. So, I mean, I'm not doing anything crazy. I have it on a notebook. I've tried having it raised and doing all the fancy stuff, and I've come to find out that I work best if I throw on a podcast and I use mechanical pencils and Sharpies. I've tried doing digital tablet. Maybe if I had a nicer one, or one that was just like direct on the screen, that might be a bit better. That's an investment later down the road that I would like to get to. Maybe when it comes to the game's been out for a while and I want like an update on the art, I'd get some new texture packs and make it look cooler. But right now I'm satisfied with what I do, so I just start by taking whatever I'm going to draw. Sometimes I'll randomly shake up who I'm going to do next, so I'm not too apprehensive and just have to do whoever I pick next. So the Knight, we'll go with that one. And then I draw it in pencil. Once I'm satisfied with most of the shapes, I go over it with just regular old Sharpie and do some shadow hashes, and then take a picture with my phone, upload it to Krita, which is a free photo editing art software. I really like it. Thanks for the thumbs up. I can't tell who's watching right now, but I appreciate it. A couple people popping in. Sweet, thanks. Hey, everybody. So I use Krita at that point and get sort of all the white. I used to go in and erase bit by bit, and I finally figured out that if I leave it white, I can color select, and it gets 99% of the background white color out of the way right away, and then it's just like using a coloring book. So I go from there, color it in, do some background. So once I'm done with this, that's probably going to be my step. I hope to have these done today, maybe by this late afternoon. You'll be seeing some posts about it. One of the fun things about this is I'm nervous. I get to use colored resin for the first time when I'll be printing these out, and I have red, green, blue, and yellow coming, hopefully by Wednesday of when this is filming, the 25th, I believe. I'll be able to print off my first batch in color. So far, I've just printed them off in grayscale and sprayed them. What I like about that is that I have a different color for everything, and it's easy to tell them apart just based on color, but it's financially not going to be something I want to do time investment wise to switch out between each batch being different colors. So we've come down to where there's always been 4 colors in the game, the ones I had listed, and there will be a set of your players, like your I can't remember the term I gave them right now, your team discs in your color, and then 2 of the 8 fighters will also be that color. Whereas before they each had their own one, it'll probably be based off of abilities. So both the Bard and the Cleric can mess with rolls, so they'll be the same color, so you can identify, okay, if it's, we'll say, blue. I know that, okay, the blue ones screw with my rolls, and then I just need to look at between the 2 blue ones to know, okay, if it's got a hammer, it's a Cleric, and if it's got a guitar, it's the Bard. The fence or the duelist and the knight are green. I know that they do some extra stuff with their attacks, and just got to see what weapon they're holding. So it kind of helps newer players go in. As much as I love to do all the colors, it's just money, cleaning out a resin tank every single time. I currently only have 2 printers. I would not want to. I could buy a third, but switching out each time for different colors would be kind of a pain and clean up and so on and so forth. I just don't want to lose stuff on that hassle. So with all of that said, once I color these in, I'll, like I said, if they come out this late afternoon or not, I'll probably have one where it's all the original colors, and then I will do one where it's probably what they'll be sold as. And for me, that's always interesting because people can take these and paint them for however they'd like. Hey, Haley. Hey, John. Welcome in. So to me, it's always just a fun way to see, like, when people paint the trick-or-treaters to see who is, hey, Phil, what colors they are. But like I said, these ones will come out printed in one of those 4 colors, which will be interesting and a new step for me. So I'm a little bit nervous about that, but once it goes, I think it'll be fine. But to summate that, again, it'll be your team color discs, and then 2 fighters of the 8 will be in that. And hopefully that'll go well. I have to 3D design some tokens as well for pluses and minuses for each team. Those may just be grayscale ones, and so they're universal use, just like the wizards' towers and stuff. So I have to 3D design some of those. Just memory chips. There might be one more thing I gotta design. I gotta look through my list of things. But like I mentioned today, I am drawing. For those of you just coming on, I'll do just one more quick peek. I'm finishing up on the Jouster. I had made mention that once I get this into Krita, I'm gonna probably, I don't love where this eye ended up, so I'm gonna schmuck it down a little bit there. It's nice to be able to do that digitally. The Thief, the Wizard, the Bard is like a lute guitar instrument. The strings I might have to fix when they get in there. He was the toughest because I don't usually draw guitar things, so I think I was a little nervous going into it. I may redo him at some point. And I really like the posing on my Duelist here, with the Duelist as well. And I think next up I'm going to do the Knight. So I'm running a few minutes into this. I won't go super long. I don't want this to be a terribly long video. But I will start up, show you kind of the process, and you all can be here with me as I do that. So, and then I'll let you go before too long. But I get a fresh sheet of paper, pop it in. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a great view without blocking a camera. I'm knocking something over. Thanks, Phil. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied. I've tried to start this process a few times and just wasn't in the mood. Today seems to be a good day for it. A little tuckered out, nothing else going on, so I'll do what I can. So the Knight, I'm going to probably have him with his sword in the ground, and I know, the first thing, you stick your sword in the ground. People always say that, but every fantasy art has it. It looks cool. They do it for a reason. So I'm going to probably do the typical where he has his big old sword right in front. He looks regal. I have to keep some attention on positioning of the characters. So if I do something where I have them all in as a single like media image, normally around the skirmish sign, some are facing one way, some are facing the other. I could have it where they're kind of looking at each other or back to back, like looking off in the distance. I think the Knight's going to be more of a direct looking towards the viewer here. I've never usually talked and drawn before, so this is an interesting mental gymnastic thing I have to hurdle here. But I'm doing some forethought of how they're positioned and how they look, how much space it's going to take up, to know going in, like for advertising or for box art or whatnot. Howdy, James. Jimmy? Of how to look into that and see what I want that to look like moving forward. Plus, the cat's out of the bag a little bit, I'm going to be doing a costume pack for these guys where, as an add-on, you can buy cards that turn them into trick-or-treaters, because like Renaissance Festival, or you dress up as a knight or a wizard for Halloween. That's a pretty common thing. Most of these are semi-common tropes for costumes, so I think it's a fun crossover. I intentionally have them looking like the trick-or-treaters anyways. So at any rate, yeah. So again, I had mentioned earlier how it's a little bit weird to try and get globular figures to look cool and like they're doing everything, pardon me. And that holds true for this. So right now, I just do some basic sketching. I really like the trope of having a very thick fantasy blade that would never exist in real life, but it just looks cool. They have no purpose other than just chopping through something, hacking at it. But I mean, when done in art, especially in more of this cartoon style, it just looks more fun, and I'm here for fun. Historical accuracy be damned, I guess. So yeah, I'll give you guys here, once I get this rough outline done, a peek at where it is. I can already tell I'm going to probably have to switch things up. I wanted his hand on the pommel. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, of course, you got a chip in there, too. Get his eyes. Also able to get, maybe a little more angry eyes on these guys as well, since they're all fighters. They're not always just trick-or-treaters, so I get to have fun with being a little more grouchy. Only a couple of trick-or-treaters have grumpy eyes. So I do a rough sketch, kind of see if I like it, if I want to thin them up. Not every fighter is going to be the same size or width. Everybody's a little bit different. And then I just kind of trim away and darken areas that I know I want to keep. I like the shape of it or whatnot. I'm going to probably shrink the head down a scooch, and then see how the eyes look and go from there. But I have to figure out exactly where I want the hands, because I want them kind of like this. Sometimes I'll have my girls stand up and be like, just hold the stick, don't ask questions, stand there, and I'm going to look at you for a moment and try and get a shape done. Or I'll like take a picture and look at it. It's an odd process, but it works. So either way, once I'm satisfied with where I'm at for this, I'll take my Sharpie, do the outline, and with that, and then come in with a little bit thinner and do some more of the detail work with the other side. Take a picture, scan it onto Krita, clear it out, and then basically, like I said, it's a coloring book from there. So yeah, that's probably what I'll be doing with my afternoon here. And keep an eye out on either Facebook or Instagram. If I get any of these done past this point today, I will be throwing those up on there. As always, thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate everyone who's dropped by to look, say hi, give me a thumbs up. I like knowing you're out there. So thanks again. We will be doing a play test Tuesday for a select few folks here. I'll be filming that as well, so I'll be putting another live stream up. Not a live stream, a post stream. If people are interacting with it more, I may have those live again, but the quality is kind of trash, and there's some good reasons to be able to go back and edit those if need be. So for the time being, any of our test nights will be filmed, but probably not live, and I'll post them sometime throughout the week. If you'd like to see those return live, please let us know by commenting on the Facebook group that you'd rather have them live so you can interact. And maybe we'll just do a half an hour or 20-minute thing where we cut it off quick, but even this video is supposed to be quick, and I love to ramble. So I'll probably keep stuff like this, quick life updates for quick ones, and then do longer videos for test nights. But if there's anything you would like to see in the future, whether it's the process of making boxes, making 3D art, cleaning, any of those things, I'll probably do small little bits of life video on just the process of making the games themselves. Let me know, and I'll get those up. But until then, you all have a great Sunday, and I hope to see you at the table.